Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
TP over. TP. So having level 2 for this Elder Titan is kind of important. He's got level 2 here for SRF. He's got the leap. Coming through with the Frost Shield. The chase is on for AXD. The Magic Missile thrown out. They'll look for the sweep, almost trying to avoid it with the Mischief, and unable to do so. And that death, and I understand it, it gives up the first blood here to EHOME, but worth it. Got the sweep onto the Phoenix. Look at that, plus 66. And it's easy to get that kill, especially with the Frost Shield. When you don't have Icarus Dive, it puts you in a lot of trouble. Faithbeyond eating a lot of damage here from SRF. And for right now, it is a early lead that I could see RNG be really opportunistic with. We'll see what they're willing to do here in this bottom lane. For RNG, I think the way you just play this game is play it with the aggression of looking for these pickoffs. You're doing a really good job in the mid lane, and Mirana's fine, continuing to farm. Top of the CS is Little Shrek. You've gotten a couple of kills here at this point, so things are really nice and setting up really well for RNG. And again, you still have this stack for Elder Titan if you were to come over, and I believe over mid they did get the sweep with the stun, and they'll get the kill on a Y. So Setsu, he'll grab his first of the game, making it 5-1. Over top, there's a little bit of pressure on the SRF, but Faithbeyond coming in, it's not exactly the easiest hero to set your sights on, especially when you've got Leap available for this Mirana. Brought a couple heroes over towards top again, with Apu looking for the sweep. He's got it. He's lucky enough to have this 4 right here, but there's the split earth that comes through. The Primal Roar will be used, and they do get Setsu with the heavy rotations from the side of EHOME. They may not even get Faithbeyond. SRF running from these creeps ends up falling. There's the sweep on the Monkey King. This is going to be 3 for EHOME on an overextension from RNG.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
So 5-4 for RNG. And find their farm. They've got 2 Wraith Bands so far on ASD. You take a look over the Tinker. He's got the Soul Ring, looking for the Boots of Travel, and you know, halfway to that recipe to finish them off. And then of course Necrobuck being looked for the Beastmaster, as they do of course want the poaching potential, but the Lightning Storm, the Split Earth, it's an easy kill here. Stunner or not, Setsu's got an easy kill, and now if you're Y, you're starting to realize I can't be near the Shrek. Look at this. Monet's got an open lane at the moment. Nobody willing to come over. And he's level 6, so he has Chronosphere, 3 Wraith Bands. EHOME thinking about coming in. They've got the Monkey King nearby, the sweep, but there's the magic missile. Arrow flying through, won't hit on anybody. The Jingu's going to be procced. No chase. And again, just pressuring this Monkey King, keeping the lane open for Monet bottom. Back to this 1,000 net worth lead here for RNG. Well, Shrek sets you going for the early Yules. See how quickly he's able to get that adds to the lockdown that RNG have. And now the Chronosphere thrown out bottom. The Frostblast onto the Phoenix, trying to get away, but the Sinister Gaze is there to lock him up. Did have Icarus dive, but the Sinister Gaze is what helps them finish off that kill, and Monet gets credit for that one. He gets his first after getting 4 assists. After getting those couple of kills bottom, Apu is fine. It was the 170 damage early with this stack. But the tri-lane that was against Monet, I mean, you use that against him, you're easily able to get the right click and get those kills. Sitting over mid will be Y. He's finally got himself that swap for the next time Chronosphere comes through. through, so Benj will be ready. And Ego, he's being close to where this Lich was. If he is spotted, I don't know if he dies. I don't think so, as it would be a while for SRF to make the way over. They have the Sinister Gaze with the sweep, possibly find an arrow.
I will slake my thirst for revenge.
Smoke up, Sep. It's the Sinister Gaze that can confirm these stomps to come through from Elder Titan. If they can land one here onto the Tinker, that would be big to slow down his farm, because he's already got the boots of travel now going into the Blink Dagger. You need to slow down this progression. Look at the scan. It comes through onto Afu. Why? Spots him, so they know he's there. They'll bring over the Tinker. The TP comes through. Now they want to get the sweep. He's so far away, so this is actually a really poor spot for EHOME. Ego able to avoid this sweep that was going to come through. Why gets hit by it, and although they don't die on EHOME, pressure still felt. Sorry. Tinker comes over towards top with Fate Beyond here, trying to push out the top wave. They don't want to lose this tier 1 tower just yet. They'll come to defend it. Of course, that comes with the help of the Tinkers. The boots of travel. Monet, he's just been able to freely farm here over bottom, going for the battle fury. Afu, he's ready to set up because he's got the Earth Splitter. Tinker comes in, and this is an easy kill. Monet with his second. He's 2-0-4. Has such an open lane at the moment, and this is really becoming a problem. You're stacking up on the side of EHOME while Monet is able to continue farming, continue pushing. Only the Demon Edge away on this Battle Fury already. To Invis. Being towards this Invis actually has vision on the ASD. He's going to throw that splitter preemptively. ASD in so much trouble. And Setsu rips through him. Monkey King just splits open and melted. Setsu, that was really perfect with the Moonlight Shadow. Just watches the Invis rune, has creep there, knows where Monkey King's going to be. Throws the split earth, and from that point, there's just no way you're gonna survive here. And Leshrac able to get that easy kill.
Arms for the dead.
They're coming around looking to find a Primal Roar target. Got Y here for the follow-up into this Magic Missile. Supernova ready as Jiang is level 7. But again, all the while, Monet continuing to farm and not too far off of that Battle Fury. But you take a look, as the Mirana's gone 3 Wraith Bands as well, into the Dragonlance next. Leshrac has the Yules going Bloodstone next. Things are looking good here. For the side of RNG, they're up 3,000 net worth. It may not be the biggest lead, but for right now, it feels like the power spikes in the favor of RNG, to the point where they're the ones putting the pressure on. And I say that EHOME need to do something, and they'll go over top to try and take this tier 1 tower. We'll see if there's any rotation from the side of RNG, as they have this Chronosphere for 3, but they might be looking to pressure a tower of their own. For Ego, he's trying to TP, and no chance he gets away from this. They should be able to follow it up with the Chronosphere. There's the Earth Splitter, and nice split Earth from behind from Setsu. They'll finally get the kill on the Ego. The Primal Roar comes in. Monet trying to at least take out the Supernova. They will find it now. They lose Setsu. They lose Sep. The Chain Frost bouncing around on 2 of these heroes in a lot of trouble as Y. He'll lose his life, and there's the Starstorm to take out a force from the side of EHOME. Faith Beyond on the run. Tinker makes his way back. They'll get the kill on Afu, but this is damage done by RNG already. Tinker buying back in this situation. You do get Setsu in return, but the 2 cores that matter, at least in that engagement, are out of there. And Monet, with that, is going to have the Battle Fury in just a moment. And there it is. 17 minute Battle Fury, not awful. As he had already picked up 3 Wraith Bands on top of that, now going for the Shadow Blade. With the way Monet is just being untouched, it's going to become such a problem for EHOME very quickly with how quickly the Void gets farmed. Not to mention that Setsu's already working on this Bloodstone. He's got the Yule, so the lockdown's there in that regard. And then Murana with the Dragonlance, maybe sitting 3rd in terms of the cores on RNG, but overall, that's not really a big deal. That's your offlaner. You expect it as such. Meanwhile, bottom, they'll get the kill on Apu. 3 heroes here in Y, Ego, as well as Jiang. EHOME getting at least 1 back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sep has this Chain Frost ready once again. Chronosphere available at 23. They're trying to use that with the Vision of the Astral Spirit to find the Tinker once more. And EHOME, they're doing an okay job. They're not down by much. Pressuring these lanes. Although RNG's finding a lot of farm and they're top the net worth on Setsu as well. Following that up with Monet not too far behind. Overall, EHOME's doing a good job behind this Tinker at the moment, and I think that they really need Ego to find quite a bit of farm, open up the map for Monkey King, and slow down this game, because if Monkey King's able to get the Battle Fury, we could see the pressure start to become more of a problem for RNG.
Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation. Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business. Dire's middle tower.
So they get the tier 1 over mid, moving in on a Roche. Pretty early Roche for the side of RNG. This is not coming without a cost, as the tier 2 bottom is gone. Icarus dive just not coming in close enough, and they'll pick up the Aegis. They hesitated for a moment, and I really wasn't sure about that hesitation. If someone were able to come in, it would really only be the Phoenix anyway. Maybe the Tinker if he's able to blink in, but I doubt they would want to go for something as aggressive as that. Even if you pick the Aegis and you lose a fight, it's not exactly beneficial when you're down 4,000 net worth. Arrow comes out, and now looking for the sleep. Not going to find it on Faith Beyond, but the scan is there, so they know that there is some of EHOME on the high ground. BKB very close to being finished here for SRF. I believe this is the Bloodstone. Yeah, there it is. So Bloodstone already here for Setsu, with Monet and the Battle Fury going into the Shadow Blade. He is really progressing on these items quite quickly. He's got the Battle Fury getting finished here for AS. It's his moment to start farming. He's going for a similar build as Monet, now into the Shadow Blade himself. And Ego has the cut. He is farming really well on this Tinker. Has not been stopped too often.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
Only dying that one time over bottom, now going into the Ags, then the Dagon. Again, Tinker getting a lot of time to the point where RNG might need to start to worry. Blink Dagger available here for the Beastmaster, Necro 2. Ticker 3 on the way.
Dire's middle tower is under.
There it is, Blink Primal Roar. This is Tana Setsu, who just picked up this Bloodstone, only get the Aegis for now. The rotation is over, and EHOME are okay with that. They'll leave. So EHOME taking out the Aegis. They don't try to get greedy. They don't try to get one more. And RNG, they're a little too slow with the rotation, unable to help Setsu and find anything on the exit, chasing towards EHOME. Shadow Blade is picked up by the Faceless Void of Monet. He's going for the BKB, which is just about to be finished here for SRF. You take a look over again at Setsu. 2,000 gold saved up. As for the side of EHOME, they look pretty good with the Blink Dagger and the Primal Roar and what Tinker's bringing to the table eventually when these team fights start to go off for between RNG and EHOME. And the game is sitting about even, and I do think for EHOME that is in part due to the fact that Ego has just been moving around the map so fluid. Where their lead was, they didn't really pressure their advantage. They continue to let Monet farm. He wants his BKB. They haven't had to use the BKB on the Mirana just yet. And then Setsu, he's also found his. So while I do think that maybe the laser could be a problem, they do have BKBs about to be on all three cores. And it will be 10-second BKBs for all three of them as well. So EHOME also set up over towards bottom. They've got Atheon leading with Jiang nearby. Monet trying to wrap around with this Shadow Blade, but again, he probably should just focus on grabbing himself this BKB. Dagon is next here for the Tinker, and all this time where EHOME are able to stall and able to make sure that RNG aren't putting on pressure to these towers and pushing in further, is more time for Ego to get farm on this Tinker, move towards this Dagon, and Monkey King can work on his BKB.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
$400 gold left, or 300 at this point needed. They'll take out the warding here, take away the vision from EHOME, but the intel is already there.
Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
And the game is practically sitting at even. From what we had seen previously, it had felt like RNG were the ones in the lead, but it almost seems like they've given it up and have become complacent with how EHOME have moved around the map.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
22 seconds until Roche is up. As RNG start to sit here near the pit, getting ready for when Roshan will spawn, and that's in 10 seconds from now. And there it is, RNG spotted, so we'll see how quickly they're able to take it. We'll see if EHOME want to contest this. If they're going to go in, the scan is out, but there's no chance that they get in on this. It's just going down way too quickly for RNG.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests.
And again, this Roche attempt, or this Roche, you know, grab of the Aegis and cheese, comes with EHOME pressuring over bottom. It'd be almost finished here for the Monkey King. Evans Halberd coming in next for the Phoenix. Blink Dagger Necro 3 boots to travel there for the Beastmaster. Chronosphere is out, and they'll look for the kill. It'll land on a Y. They'll at least get themselves one. But that's it. And that's where Y comes in the clutch, to get that swap and make sure at least that RNG don't find anything too crucial to winning this game. Setsu coming over, he popped the BKB, the arrow lands, as well as the Sinister Gaze here onto the Phoenix. They found the Yules. That will hit with the splitter. Coming through on the Ego. Two nice kills there for RNG. It looked like EHOME were ready to back out, but RNG nicely done. The arrow lands onto the Phoenix. Ego can't find his way out of there. Now they've lost the Tinker. He's dead for 80. Doesn't want to buy back. And the pressure onto the tier 1 will mount, and we'll see if they'll continue forward onto the tier 2, if not more.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil.
This will come in handy.
Without the Tinker, your global pressure isn't there for EHOME. Unable to push out these lanes, and RNG will take advantage of that, taking this tier 2 with the tier 1. It's the BKB used here by SRF, or by, not SRF, by Setsu. Still a 10-second for SRF, and he's for Monet. He's also got that 10-second. So not much expended in terms of BKBs to find those exit kills, as well as get the kill over towards top. Got the Aegis on Setsu, ready to go. She's through on the Murata. Monet is set. He's got the 10-second BKB. He'll be going into the MKB as well. And picking it up relatively soon. As RNG have also picked up a 7,000 net worth lead with a couple of kills they got over bottom, and the one they got with Chronosphere over in the top jungle. From coming across, won't find anything. Moving over towards bottom will be the Monkey King. They do have pressure that they can put on from EHOME to start pushing out these lanes, so RNG don't feel comfortable just slowly pushing these towers. And there it is. The creeps start to push in on tier 3, and they'll send Setsu back. He's the one who's got the Aegis. He can definitely frontline right now for RNG. With the help of Monet and the Chronosphere that would be laid down, there's a lot in the pockets of RNG to throw towards EHOME and take a team fight. But again, playing this one slow, ultimately trying to win game 1. EHOME are okay with this, playing it this slow. Getting more farm here onto their Monkey King, looking for the Tinker, try and get that Dagon out. BKB will be popped. Chronosphere comes out onto 2. They'll find the Monkey King. He's going to be the first victim. No swap to get him away because Y was stuck in there as well. Sinister Gaze comes through on Faith Beyond. That's going to be a second for RNG. Just like that, they'll take out 2. Staying inside the dire jungle for so long, EHOME, a bit pressured to make a move. And RNG, they're the ones who come out successful in that exchange. Tinker trying to pressure them back. Splitter